everybody. Welcome to Sound On, a brand new show we are putting on here at KOMO News.
I'm excited about it.
I am excited. Let's talk about it, everybody. I'm Tyrah Majors. You may recognize me from doing the traffic every morning on KOMO News morning
Tyrah's
show.
Timely Traffic,
Tyrah's
I think is what they call it, right?
Timely Traffic
Yeah.
and some other news stories. And Steve?
Yeah, I'm Steve McCarron, so I handle our live desk on the morning show, which is basically talking about everything that's breaking and coming into our newsroom during the show. And now we're excited to kick off this brand new show that you are going to be a crucial part of. So we're going to be looking at things that are trending, things that people are talking about, and you are going to be a part of the conversation and kind of the direction where we take this show.
Absolutely a part of the conversation. Commenting on your comments, because you all always have a lot to say.
Always have all sorts of opinions that we see online. It's crazy, but we want you to keep them coming. So you're an integral part of this show. We want to hear what you're talking about, what you're seeing online, and some of the important issues that are affecting our community too.
Yes, important issues and also fun issues.
Yes.
Are issues fun? They could be fun.
Of course they can.
Sometimes. All right.
It's
Should we
not
get started?
all serious and doom and gloom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're getting away from the doom and gloom.
Let's not talk about something serious. Let's talk about weather, shall we?
Let's get into it. Our first segment, what is making waves?
Talking about the weather. And the reason why we're talking about the weather is I feel like we've been kind of on this roller coaster the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We had those highs in the 90s around Mother's Day. I think the earliest time that we've ever had 90-degree temps in the Seattle area. And then we got like rain earlier this week, right? Kind of like bringing that in, getting that haze out of the sky that we've been seeing for the past couple of days. And it's just been a crazy roller coaster.
People are not used to it being this hot in May.
No.
You know, this early in the year.
Yeah.
Well, I personally like it, but I know a lot of people don't. We dug up the comments.
Oh.
People are upset. Take a look at this comment. Somebody said, "Take your weather back, Southern California. Please, for the love of God, it's not supposed to be 90 in May."
And then there's another one that has some expletives in it. We're not going to say that, but take your hot weather back, SoCal. Where is our and our gray skies and the rain? We're seeing a little bit of that earlier this week, but
Some people like the gray skies, and I get it.
You know.
I enjoy the sunshine. I think, last year, I think it finally was hot by like June 30th.
Yeah.
That was too late.
Yeah, but you're one of those, since you came from California.
Yes.
You're one of those that likes it in that, I think, 80 to 90 degree
80's
range.
the sweet spot.
Right? 70 to 80 is more of a sweet spot for me. So like when we had the 90s a couple weeks ago, that was way too hot, way too early on in the year.
What'd you do? You enjoyed the outdoors, didn't
We
you?
did so much. So I have paddleboarding. I went out paddleboarding. Went up to saw the tulips up in the Skagit Valley Tulip Festival. Took my
Fun.
parents up there.
Great.
Just kind of enjoying some beach time too. Been out to the beach a couple of times,
Same.
just hanging out. It's been great.
Golden Gardens one day,
Yeah.
beautiful, nice and sandy, really sunny. I went to Pike Place Market, got some flowers, and then I just love a good sunset. I
do
like to
too.
get up on the rooftop and watch the sunset with the Space Needle there in the distance. It's just makes for a perfect summer evening.
I have so many sunset photos. It's just ridiculous. It's one of my favorite things.
Speaking of the Space Needle, Steve,
Yeah.
something else that's been making waves, the new paint job.
Yeah.
Going
I'm not
from
ready.
Galaxy Orange to, what is it,
Galaxy
Astro?
Gold
Oh,
back
Galaxy
to
Gold.
astronaut white. And you think about all the workers that have been up there when it's been so hot outside, like baking in the
Yeah.
sun, right? And they
Yeah.
have this massive job to get the Space Needle roof repainted back to its, color that we usually see. It's not like Galaxy Gold like we saw back in the 60s.
So is this massive job worth it?
That's a good question. I've enjoyed seeing the Galaxy Gold for the past year for the 60th anniversary of the Space Needle. I'm not ready
Yeah.
for it to go back.
Yeah, I did bring a pop of color, I
It
feel
did.
like, to our skyline.
Yeah. And we've seen that a couple of times over the years. Like I remember back in, 2005, it was painted like a crimson red color after Wazoo won this contest fundraising money to help out victims of some hurricanes down the
Okay.
south, right? And that was cool. So you saw like a little pop of crimson for a
And
little
go
while.
Cougs,
And
you
go
know, 'cause
Cougs.
I'm a
You know
Coug
how I like
by
my Cougs,
default,
right?
honorary Coug.
Thank you. Yep. And then we love the Huskies too, but I'm more of a
Yeah,
Coug fan.
we love the Husky sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got some people also really vocal about the Space Needle's new paint job. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people, they like the Galaxy Gold. Someone
do.
here commented on Facebook, Salita Sterling, she said, "I love the orange, so disappointed they're gonna change the color." That got 9 thumbs up, but look at this one underneath it.
Why? I really like being able to pick it out across the water because of its original orange color. White is boring, Luann says. Looks great as it is. Everyone seems to like it too.
And 27 people thumbed that comment
Yeah,
up.
that one's got a lot of likes. Yeah.
So, I mean, I actually do like the white color.
Yeah.
I think it just looks simple, and I don't know.
It kind of blends into the skyline, you know.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what they do next.
Maybe they'll do blue for the 70th anniversary or something, or green or
know,
pink or something. I
that'll be
don't
a
know.
surprise.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Like, what color would you like to see the space in? I'm curious.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah, be sure to let us know.
Okay.
So that is obviously one of the big draws to Seattle,
For
right?
sure.
Like one of our most iconic things here in Seattle is the Space Needle. You think Seattle, you think Space Needle. What's another one? Pike Place?
Pike Place Market.
Yeah. Do you call it Pike Place or Pike's Place?
I know how to say it.
Okay,
I
so
know
what?
I'm a transplant. I moved up here from Southern California a couple years ago, but I've always said Pike Place, but it's an ongoing debate on social media. Not even a debate. People just say it wrong.
They do all the time.
They say Pikes.
If they say Pikes, and then you think about certain stores that people call like Nordstrom's versus Nordstrom, it's actually Nordstrom.
I am guilty. I do say Nordstrom's.
Tyrah.
And I think I just kind of grew up saying it that way. I'd be like, let's go to Nordstrom's.
It's like Fred Meyer's, like people will add an S to Fred Meyer's. It's actually Fred Meyer, or Bartell's. That's one of those weird ones that you can actually get away with saying.
Bartell's. I say
even though it's
Bartell's.
Bartell drugs.
But it's like Bartell's.
I don't know why that's one of those you can just get away with it. You can.
You know, our Seattle Storm players, love them.
They do.
They went down to Pike Place and did a little educational video on how to say
What did they
it
say?
on TikTok. Let's play it.
Can't believe we're at Hogwarts!
No, that's Buckingham Palace. Hogwarts is fictional. Do you know that? It's important to me that you know that.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Honestly, I thought that was funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pike Place.
Pike Place.
But there's also
Pike
like
Place Market.
a lot of local cities here that people kind of debate on how to say them. Like I remember I was doing a traffic report one morning, and I said Renton, and then this person commented back, and they were like, Renton, you say it so popular. It's actually Renton. You got to say Renton. And I'm like, Renton?
I have heard that it depends on where you grew up in the city.
Okay.
That's what some friends have told me, right? But it's
So?
Renton.
It's
You know,
Renton.
it's Renton. Yeah. Des Moines.
I
That's
say
another
Des
popular one.
Moines, but I know in like
Which
Iowa
apparently
it's
is
Des
the
Moines.
it's apparently the
Okay.
proper way is to say the S. I remember doing a story a couple of years ago. This has been probably at least 5 years ago. Went down there. It was a story in Des Moines, and I think we walked into a coffee shop, and literally people who lived there would say it both ways. So it's just confused me even more. But
Des Moines or Des Moines? What do you say? If you live in Des Moines or Des Moines, what is the proper way? Leave it in the comments. Let us know. Are there any others? Tukwila.
Tukwila or Tukwila, I've heard it pronounced.
So what's the difference?
Tukwila or Tukwila.
Tukwila.
Yeah.
Tukwila. Oh, I see. You really
Yeah.
put the emphasis on the Willa.
And then I used to work in Yakima.
Okay.
So I would say Yakima and people would say Yakima.
I say Yakima.
So the
You
other
say
way.
Yakima.
I say
Yakima.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's like
It's
little
confusing.
differences.
Oh my goodness.
It is confusing. Yeah.
Love it. Well, that's why I'm asking you, because you are the Seattleite.
Since I am the native, I grew up here.
You are
I'm
the
from
native.
Kent. Yes. So Des Moines
Okay.
with the S.
Okay.
Tukwila. Puyallup is another one. That's usually one of the go-tos.
Puyallup, Puyallup, Puyallup,
Puyallup.
Puyallup.
Yeah. Like the fair. Growing up when I was a kid. Yeah.
Moving on to what's trending. I love this segment, Steve.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about the Kraken.
The Kraken.
The Seattle Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
We didn't get the finish we
No.
wanted.
They did so well, though. I mean, making it to the second round of the NHL playoffs and in their second year.
It's impressive.
Brought it to Game 7.
Yeah.
And just couldn't finish the deal.
We couldn't
But they had a
finish
great
it.
year. So proud of those guys. And excited to see sort of what's to come, too. Like,
Yeah.
I think they're just going to build on the success of this season and then carry it into next season,
And
right?
I have to say, I'm totally a Kraken fan now, and
Are
a
you?
hockey fan in general. The games are so fun. They're so electric. It feels like a rock concert at Climate Pledge Arena when those games are happening.
Like, would you feel like you are a bandwagon fan? Like you jumped
sure.
on the bandwagon?
For sure, with all sports. Though.
I know
just
I've
root
been
for who's
seeing
winning.
I've been seeing like a lot of talk on social media. Some people are saying like, is Seattle becoming a hockey town now?
Yeah.
Right? Or are the Kraken and their success just building upon the history that we've had of hockey in this region? I'm kind of one of those where I feel like Seattle's always been a hockey town. Like you had the Seattle Metropolitans back in early 1900s that won the first
Going all the way
Stanley
back.
Cup. Yeah, so that kind of set the standard. And then obviously you have the WHL with the Seattle Thunderbirds. I remember going to Thunderbirds games as a kid when they used to play at the arena at Seattle Center.
So you've been a hockey team.
I've been a, it's been, a, yeah. It's
Your
been
dad was a
around.
season ticket holder?
He was a season ticket holder
Oh
for
my God.
years, so I used to go to games with him as a kid before the Thunderbirds moved down to Kent. And then there's this term called, what is it, birging?
Birging. I've never heard
Birging,
that term.
have you heard of that before?
Birging.
So we did a story on this actually on our website. So it actually it's BIRG.
Okay.
Stands for basking and reflected glory. This is kind of a scientific, psychological term for this phenomenon of like more fans joining in on a team's success, right? So basically it's the idea that when we associate with winning teams, even winning individuals, sort of like maybe a politician, if you jump on politician bandwagon, you kind of have your own boost of self-esteem and it makes you feel good. It's birging.
So we're all birging, basically.
We're all birging.
We're all birging, but not
Yeah.
everybody is. Some people are like Steve, and they've been rooting for hockey here in Seattle, the Thunderbirds. Someone put this on Reddit. I became a fan of hockey at the end of 2022, and I'm so glad this is my team. Then this person, once again talking about the Thunderbirds, I remember going to games down in Kent, go see more hockey. Someone brought up the Metropolitans.
Yeah.
Someone said this, I can never tell where the puck is, but I would like to see a game next season if it's affordable. Seems like fun. I'm the same way. I'm like, where's the puck?
Where's
I'm
the
just
puck?
kind of following.
I mean, especially if you have one of those seats that's super high up, it's a little bit hard to follow.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah,
But yeah, you get the energy.
You get the
feeling.
energy,
This is
yeah.
my favorite comment. This person goes, I'd like some Sonics, please.
I
and thank
agree.
you." Like, they're just like, forget the Kraken, forget everything else. We just need our Sonics back.
It is time for them to come back. It has been way too long.
We do need some basketball,
do.
some men's basketball. We've got our Storm, and they're great.
They're
But
doing great. Kicked off the new season.
yeah,
It's going to be an exciting season. We got the Mariners. They finished that playoff drought.
Impressive.
Done last season, right? We
yeah.
got the new jerseys, the City Connect jerseys.
yeah, new look,
New
new
look.
feel. I feel like they've got this new energy
Yeah.
this season too already, just because of the success off of last summer and
Yeah.
everything that happened. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, and
am
of
too.
course, looking forward to the Seahawks.
We got the Thunderbirds too as well.
Oh.
They won the WHL Championship Series. So congrats to them.
the
I mean, all sorts of
Thunderbirds.
cool things that are happening sports-wise.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and then we got, so a couple years from now, World Cup 2026. Seattle's going to be serving as a host city, right? We did this poll on KOMO last week, I think it was, where we're like, do you think Seattle is ready to host a world-class event like the World Cup?
Like 77% of people at the time, and we're like,
It's like, no. We have like too many big issues we have to address, like crime and homelessness and that sort of thing. But do you think we're ready?
I think we're ready. Seattle's one of the biggest metropolitans in the world. Like, we've got everything here. We've got enough hotels.
Yep.
We've got enough restaurants and bars. I mean, it's the perfect city to host a world-class event like
You
the
got
World
all
Cup.
that work on the waterfront that's going to be done when the
Yes.
World Cup comes. They're making progress on it.
I agree. And
Yeah.
every city has their problems.
Every
We've all
city.
got pros and cons, but I think World Cup 2026, ready. I'm going to be there front and center.
Oh, are you?
I hope so.
You're going to have a hockey jersey on? Or not hockey. It's
I thought I was like the sports newbie. No, I
Soccer
will have my
jersey.
soccer jersey on.
all right.
Yes, maybe get some matching shoes. You know?
Okay, of course.
Anyways, I'll be there.
Fashionista.
World Cup 2026. What do you all think? Is Seattle ready to host an event like the World Cup?
Yeah, tell us what you think. Leave it in the comments. Let us know. And we might actually come back to the discussion during next week's episode.
Love it.
We'll see.
Love it. We'll revisit it.
All right, so since we're coming up on Memorial Day this weekend, we know a lot of you are making plans, right? A lot of people will be traveling, kind of the kickoff, unofficial kickoff to summer. So a lot of you will be heading maybe out of state, taking a little road trip. Plenty of stuff that is going on this weekend. We got the Folk Life Festival, always a favorite around here
Ooh,
at Seattle Center. You
fun.
got arts, crafts, artists, all sorts of things.
And that's something you could do with the whole family,
It
right?
is,
Okay,
yeah.
I've never
You
been.
can totally bring everybody from the family down
kids,
there. The kids
grandma,
just have a great old time.
cousins.
Spend hours down there.
Perfect.
And at least the weather's going to be nice to sort of kick off the weekend,
Love
right?
it.
Yeah. And then we got the Hood Canal Fjord Fest.
Ooh, what is the Fjord Fest?
All right, so this is another family festival that you can go to on the Hood Canal, basically celebrating spot shrimp from Hood Canal, lots of seafood. Do you like seafood?
You had me at shrimp.
You had-
I love seafood, and it is like my favorite part about living here in the Pacific Northwest.
See, I
had
only like
oysters
certain
a couple days
types.
ago. I had,
I can't do oysters.
you don't want oysters?
No, I don't like
Not even
shrimp
with a little
either.
bit of like the little vinegar and the little cocktail sauce?
No, no.
I love it all. And I had the other day, was at 6-7, right on the waterfront at the Edgewater, and I had this delicious seafood soup with mussels and clams. Do you like that stuff? No?
No.
Yeah. What do you like? crab?
Salmon, halibut.
salmon,
I like crab.
halibut. Okay,
Yeah.
fish. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just nothing clammy.
Just not shellfish.
Okay,
I'm not a
no
big fan of shellfish.
All right. Okay.
But I would go to that Fjord Festival.
Okay, we're gonna go to the Fjord Festival.
I would like to check it out. I think it'd be fun.
Awesome.
And then obviously we have to talk about the importance of Monday, right? Which is
Absolutely.
Memorial Day. And we know there's going to be a lot of ceremonies that are happening around the area. We have one that's taking place down at Tacoma National Cemetery in Kent that starts at 1 o'clock. Basically remembering all those service members who died in military service, serving our country. So obviously pay huge respect to all those who died and thinking about their families too, because it has a big impact on their families.
Absolutely. Making the ultimate sacrifice for our country,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great events. Thank you for that, Steve. Alrighty, everybody. That wraps up today's episode of
That was
Sound
quick.
On, our first one. It was fun. We want to know what you all would like to see. Like we mentioned at the beginning, this show is going to largely depend on your interaction. So let us know what you want to see in the comments. And if there's anything you want us to talk about,
Yeah.
I mean, lay it all on us. Where do you get your news from? Let us know.
Easy way to keep in touch with us is just check out our socials, right? I think we're going to put those up on the screen for you.
We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it.
All the things.
Yeah,
All
follow
the
us.
things.
Follow us.
I'm excited to begin this new journey with you.
It's gonna be fun.
I know,
Thank
I'm
you all
excited.
for watching and tuning into the first episode.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.